Welcome to Cooking with Jimmy. We are going to make grilled swordfish kebabs. And just because it's kebab doesn't mean it's a high-end meal, like it's the bomb. It's really, really good. We have prosciutto. Prosciutto is a pork shoulder. Instead of like prosciutto, it's drier. It has a little bit more fat to it, which gives you the flavor. And it's pork shoulder butt, so it's the butt of the pork shoulder. They make a hot and they make a mild. You want the mild, you don't want the hot, you don't want that spiciness, because you have the mild. Now, if you don't have a slicer at home, I have a meat slicer, and you want to slice it up as thin as possible. You can go into your supermarket. I know Longo's will have this, and tell them to slice it as thin as they possibly can manage to slice it. That's what you want. It's the same thing I put on the barbecue pizza that I make. So we're gonna slice up some of this, and we'll be right back, and we're gonna stick these suckers together. Okay, so we've added some olive oil in here. Just drizzle a bit on. Okay, and get our olive oil in there. That's just gonna give it a nice thing to carry all our spices inside, and we'll give it a stir. So you just basically want it so it can coat it. You don't need a ton of it in there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add some herbs de Provence. Now, herbs de Provence is a combination of a bunch of spices like oregano. You could actually Google it, and you can make herbs de Provence yourself, but it's very common in grocery stores anywhere in your city. So we want to put a liberal amount of that on. Give it a half toss. A little bit more on. Okay, it gives such a nice flavor. Now this is going to be something that it's just going to sit, and it's actually going to do a marinade for a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours. You could do it for half a day. If you got to go to work, you could do it in the morning, and then you know, when you get home for dinner, you can then add it on. And marinate it, but you don't want it to sit too long. Like, you don't want to do an overnight. If you do overnight, it'll be too much because of the lemon. The lemon will just start to cook it, and there'll be a different type of it'll be like a different type of, it will change the composition of the fish itself. So we're going to put a little bit of I got some sea salt here. This is Himalayan sea salt. So put a little bit of sea salt. I got a little bit of cracked black pepper. Not too much. Okay, just a bit. Give it a mix. Now, you can squeeze a fresh lemon. I buy this, and I use this for cooking all the time. This is Italian volcano lemon juice. 100% organic lemon. If you buy a lemon in the supermarket, like I'll use them in my Caesar salad, half cut. I'll use them on oysters, fresh oysters. I actually haven't even tried this on fresh oysters yet. I'm going to try it, but guaranteed you're always going to get the same quality. You know it's organic, you know where it's coming from, all that, and it is a real lemon. So it's not like you're compromising you know, that it's not fresh. It's not like Relman that's in a bottle and stuff like that. This is real lemon juice, and it's better than the one you could buy off the shelf in your local supermarket, and it comes all the way from the hills of Italy. So we're just going to put a little bit of lemon juice in there. You want a bit, not a crazy amount. Again, it depends, you know, your volume and how much you're making, and just stir that up. And put a little bit more sea salt because we gave it a turn. Just a wee bit more ground black pepper. You can use pepper from a shaker. I always use cracked black pepper unless you need a heaping amount of it, because you'd be just standing there grinding away forever. And I'm just going to add just a touch more herbs de Provence here. And that's all you have to do. So now I like to, you can leave it in this bowl. I don't have much room in my fridge because so much darn food in there that it's packing everything up. So I'm going to transfer it and put it into a small container. And this will hold the liquids as well too, so that it stays totally saturated. This container might be too small. Nope, it's good. Okay, and then I'll get all the goodness out of the bowl here. And we'll make sure we get it all in there. And that's just gonna sit, and that flavor is gonna work in, and it is going to be delicious. Now you just wait and see what happens next. We throw this in the fridge, and we'll be right back. Set here, we slice this porcini, and it has a lot of salt to it too. It's very salty, so which is good. And I've got it as thin as I possibly can get it. Now, here is our swordfish, which we had marinating. It's marinated nicely. And what we do is we take the porcini, we put it around. Now, if you have a thicker piece, like a longer piece compared to the others, always put it the longer lengthwise because it'll have a better cooking. So what we do is we put that in like so. Then we take our next piece, we wrap it over, but we do it the opposite way. Put that in there. Take this piece, put it on it. Now we want it top side like this. And so on. I'm sure you get the gist of it by now. There's a long piece. We want to save that for the end. We'll do these in 5s. So we'll take this because it will take more cooking. So now we're going to turn it the opposite way. Put it like that. We'll take this long one. Now it goes on the top way. It's going to be awesome. We'll get these suckers all stuck together and we'll be cooking. Okay, so you can see we've already given it a quarter turn. So you're going to cook it on the 4 sides. Like I said earlier about chicken and stuff like that, everything has spring. It will stiffen up pretty fast. I remind you, you do not want to overcook this stuff. So I got a really hot grill here. Just checking the bottom side. If you can't pick it up and it's stuck to the grill, then it's not even ready to even look at it to be turned. It also doesn't hurt if you huddle them together. Always keep the smaller one to the cooler spot. Watch how everything's cooking, and then rotate as needed. Yeah, you see that's got some nice crisping on there. So we're going to turn it to the 3rd side because we do not, I stress, we do not want to overcook this swordfish. So it's looking good. Look at this. You can see how it's crisped up. So we got it hotter up on this end. So we're going to pull these guys up here to get the heat on the outside. I know that this piece of equipment, it gets hotter on the top when it's warming up. But once you start cooking, then the heat transfers and it will get hotter here than it is up there, right in this area here. So whatever thing you're cooking on, or grill, or anything you're doing, you have to really manage the grill and make sure that you got it in the right spot. Okay, so now we're pretty close to the end. You can see it's got nice grill marks in it. It's looking good. You can touch it. It's pretty well done. Now, if you're a newbie at fish, I'm going to show you right here. If you're unsure, pull it off the grill. You're better to undercook it and check it than to overcook it and you're done. I know that it's not, but the way you'll be able to tell is, well, you know what a raw piece of fish looks like. Well, you can go, so the least amount part cooked is going to be of the fish is going to be in the middle. So you pull that apart and you can see that is good. It cooks a little bit more. You can see, but I can feel it because I have the experience. You do not want to overcook this fish. Nice and fresh. No fishy taste, nothing with this. So this is all you have to do. Pretty simple. Thanks for watching Cooking with Jimmy. You're gonna love this one.